Your soft girl era is not the end of your hustle, it's the upgrade. Good evening. I want to start tonight by telling you about a woman who changed the way I think about strength, softness, and survival. Her name is Sylvia Williams, and she is not just an entrepreneur, she is a force, a mother of six, a chef, a home health care agency owner, a group home operator across multiple states. A woman who left an extremely abusive marriage, moved six children across state lines, rebuilt her life in Dallas, opened a restaurant, made a name for herself, and then scaled into industries that now serve some of the most vulnerable people in our communities. Sylvia Williams is living proof that you can survive the hardest things a human being can endure and still build a life so soft, so powerful, and so full of peace that it becomes medicine for everyone who witnesses it. Her story is not just inspiring, it is disruptive. It is a blueprint. And tonight, I want to share with you the insights she gave me, insights that challenge everything we have been taught about success, strength, and softness. Let me start with something Sylvia said that stopped me in my tracks. She said, "Your softness can be a strategy, not a liability. Your peace can be a business metric, not just a personal wish. Your healing can be a part of your business model, not separate from it." Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Softness, strategy in business for a black woman, that sounds like a luxury we cannot afford. We have been taught that to win, especially as black women, we must always be on, hyper independent, unshakably strong, willing to grind ourselves down to dust to create generational wealth. We have been told that softness is weakness, that rest is laziness, that boundaries are selfish, that if we slow down even for a moment, everything we have built will crumble. But what if that is a lie? What if the very thing we have been running from, softness, is actually the thing that will sustain us? What if survival energy will help you build, but soft, healed, intentional energy is what helps you sustain? Sylvia Williams told me something I will never forget. She said, "For a black woman in business, your soft girl era is not the end of your hustle. It is the upgrade of your hustle. It is where you learn to build empires without abandoning yourself." Let me say that again. Your soft girl era is not the end of your hustle. It is the upgrade of your hustle. That means choosing opportunities that honor your nervous system and your family, not just your bank account. Prioritizing emotional safety and alignment as much as you prioritize revenue and growth. Letting your story, even the trauma, even the pain, become a source of wisdom, boundaries, and compassion that shapes how you lead. And Sylvia is not alone in this. There are black women all over this country who are proving that softness and success are not opposites, they are partners. Let me tell you about three of them. Let me tell you about Pinky Cole. Before Pinky became the founder of Slutty Vegan, a multi-million-dollar plant-based restaurant empire in Atlanta, she owned a Jamaican restaurant in New York. That restaurant burned down in a grease fire. Everything she had built gone. Financial loss, emotional devastation, the kind of loss that makes you question if you should even try again. She could have stayed in that place of grief and given up. But instead, she rebuilt from a place of purpose. She centered a mission around healthier food access and joyful black experiences, not just making money. She leaned into automation and systems, streamlined menus, strong operations, clear branding, so the business could scale without requiring her to be physically present at every moment. She intentionally infused joy, community, and authenticity into the brand, using her personality and story as assets while building a team around her to sustain operations. Today, Slutty Vegan has expanded to multiple locations, attracted celebrity investors, and secured national media features. Pinky Cole is a multimillionaire entrepreneur and philanthropist launching scholarships and initiatives for HBCU students and Black entrepreneurs. But here's what matters most: she has spoken publicly about being intentional with her energy, protecting her mental health, and focusing on impact over ego as the business grows. Slutty Vegan normalizes Black women leading with joy, boldness, and values in business, not just grind and pain. Her story models how a Black woman can rebuild after loss, create boundaries, and lean on systems so her business does not run on pure survival mode. Now, let me tell you about Myleik Teal. Myleik is the founder of Curlbox, a monthly subscription service that provides curated hair care products for women with naturally curly hair. She built Curlbox into a leading brand in the natural hair space while openly discussing boundaries, self care, and mental health as part of her entrepreneurial philosophy. As a Black woman launching a subscription box business in 2012, Myleik faced skepticism about the market, as well as challenges accessing funding and support. She initially did much of the work herself, from customer service to operations, which made burnout a real risk. Being a public facing founder, she also dealt with intense social media expectations and pressure to be constantly available to her audience. The kind of pressure that makes you feel like you owe everyone everything all the time. But Myleik built strong operational systems early, focusing on logistics, supplier relationships, and customer experience so the business could run smoothly behind the scenes. She hired and developed a team, gradually stepping out of everyday doing so she could focus on strategy, creativity, and her own well being. She set firm personal boundaries around her time, social media presence, and emotional availability, and spoke openly about therapy, rest, and saying no as success principles, not weaknesses. Today, Curlbox is one of the most recognizable subscription brands for Black women, cultivating a loyal community and long term brand partnerships. Myleik has been able to step into a more spacious, intentional life, focusing on motherhood, travel, and mentorship while Curlbox continues to operate. Her story illustrates that building systems, teams, and boundaries is a direct path to a soft entrepreneurial life, especially for Black women used to carrying everything. Her example shows that we do not have to choose between being well respected in business and being well rested in life. And then there is Dr. Tracy Lynn. Dr. Lynn is the founder of Tracy Lynn Jewelry, a direct selling jewelry company that empowers primarily Black women to become independent business owners by selling affordable fashion jewelry. She built a multi-million dollar enterprise that emphasized financial independence, confidence, and lifestyle freedom. Dr. Lynn grew up in a working class environment and started her first business at age 25, facing limited capital and little mainstream support. She initially struggled with balancing business growth and personal life and had to navigate skepticism about direct sales and about Black women leading in that space. As the business grew, the pressure to constantly expand and prove legitimacy in traditional business circles was intense. The kind of pressure that makes you feel like you have to be perfect, flawless, untouchable. But Dr. Lynn focused on building a duplicable system that allowed other women to succeed without sacrificing themselves, training, mentorship, and clear income structures. She built a culture of affirmation and empowerment, centering personal development alongside sales so that women grew in confidence, not just income. She designed the business in a way that allowed her and her consultants flexibility and lifestyle freedom, working from home, setting their own schedules, and integrating business into their family lives. Today, Tracy Lynn Jewelry is a multi-million dollar company with thousands of independent consultants across the United States. Many of her consultants have been able to supplement or replace income, pay off debt, and experience more control over their lives. Her journey shows that creating a softer life is not just about personal rest. It can be about building business structures that allow other women to live more softly too. Now, what do Pinky, Myleik, Tracy, and Sylvia Williams all have in common? They all learned something that many of us are never taught. Survival energy will help you build, but soft, healed, intentional energy is what helps you sustain. Sylvia Williams shared three key insights with me that I want to leave with you tonight. First, you are allowed to redesign your life and business after trauma more than once. Sylvia left an extremely abusive marriage, moved 6 children across state lines, rebuilt in Dallas, opened a restaurant, and then scaled into home healthcare agencies and group homes in multiple states. All of this proves that your story does not disqualify you, it equips you. You can close one chapter, open another, and still be fully in your soft girl era. Because softness is about how you move, not how much you do. It is about the energy you bring to your decisions, the boundaries you set, the way you honor your body and your peace. You are allowed to start over. You are allowed to pivot. You are allowed to say, that version of my life is done, and I am building something new. Second, soft living for Black entrepreneurs is deeply practical. It shows up in your systems, boundaries, and business model. Softness is not just candles and bubble baths. It is learning to build businesses that do not require you to be in constant crisis mode. That might look like choosing business models that generate recurring revenue, like home health care agencies or group homes, so you are not constantly chasing the next client or the next paycheck. Creating systems and teams so your business can operate even when you need to rest. Saying no to clients, contracts, or partnerships that feel misaligned, even if the money looks good. Softness is strategic. Softness is sustainable. Softness is smart. Third, your story is a blueprint for someone else's freedom, but only if you stop hiding it. Sylvia's journey is not just backstory, it is medicine for another Black woman who thinks she is too broken, too late, or too burdened to start. Sharing your story with intentional vulnerability can become a magnet for aligned clients and partners, a healing mirror for other women in abusive relationships or identity crises, a powerful reminder that you can build a soft life after surviving very hard things. Your story matters. Your pain has purpose. Your healing is not just for you, it is for the woman who is watching you, waiting to see if it is possible. So here's what I need you to hear tonight. Your soft girl era is not about doing less, it is about doing differently. It is not about lowering your standards, it is about raising your self respect. It is not about giving up on your dreams. It is about refusing to sacrifice your peace to achieve them. And I know some of you are sitting here thinking, but I do not have time to be soft. I have bills, I have children, I have responsibilities, I have people depending on me. I hear you. But let me ask you this: how much longer can you keep running on survival mode before your body makes you stop? How much longer can you keep pushing through exhaustion, ignoring your needs, swallowing your pain before something breaks? And when it does break, and it will, what will you have left? Your soft girl era is not a luxury, it is a necessity, it is not a trend, it is a revolution. It is the moment you decide that you are done being strong at the expense of being whole. So here's my challenge to you tonight. I want you to stop waiting for permission to rest. Stop waiting for the right time to set boundaries. Stop waiting for someone else to validate your worth. I want you to take one quiet hour this week and write down one area of your life or your business where you are still operating from survival mode. Overworking, people pleasing, staying in misaligned partnerships, ignoring your body. Then I want you to choose one soft, self honoring change you will make in the next 7 days. One boundary, one rest period, one difficult conversation, one shift in your schedule or your offers. And I want you to commit to it as an act of power, not weakness. Because this is how your soft girl era stops being an aesthetic and becomes a strategy. This is how you stop surviving and start thriving. This is how you build an empire without abandoning yourself. And if you are wondering whether you deserve this, whether you have earned the right to be soft, let me tell you something. You were born deserving softness. You were born deserving rest. You were born deserving peace. You do not have to earn it. You do not have to prove it. You just have to choose it. So choose it. Choose yourself. Choose softness. Choose your soft girl era. Thank you